Hello everyone and welcome to Rose Red Homestead. We are about 30 minutes from our supper time, and so today we are starting a new series called Budget Dinners, and that's what we're going to have. This is a budget chicken chili with sweet potatoes. And you may remember, if you've been watching our channel, our most recent previous video was freeze drying sweet potatoes, and we had some left over. Right here is half of what we had left over, and it's just the right amount that we can use with this recipe. Now, we are very much moving toward, in our family, trying to find ways to really save on our grocery bill, the high costs of current things to impact us as little as possible. We're doing our best, and I'm not sure how good it's going to be, but the thing of it is, our entire channel for the past 6 years has been in preparation for a downturn in the economy. And so now that it looks like it may be coming, and we certainly hope it isn't, but if it is, we're all going to need to tighten our belts just a little bit and figure out more economical ways that we can eat while maintaining good nutrition. And that's what this meal is. This happens to be a recipe from the McCormick Spice Company. You may recall that we just did a video on spice packets that are good to have on hand for food storage. Now, that's really mixed. They're very convenient, but economical, maybe, maybe not. But sometimes the convenience outweighs the economical because, as we all know, time is money. Now, this is the original chili spices by McCormick. And it would be very easy if you do not have one of these packets to just mix up your own. You can look on the back and see what their ingredients are, and then you can mimic those. Now, I have had this oil heating in the pan since we turned on the camera. And so the first thing that we're going to do is put in the red peppers, and these are just sweet bell peppers. And we're going to add the onions, and I will be giving you the link to this recipe. I'm going to be making it pretty much from the recipe, but this is such an easy recipe to be able to adjust in many different ways. And then we're going to put in the potatoes. We're going to just stir this around. It's very colorful, very pretty. And let these saute for about 5-7 minutes until they're a little bit browned. So we'll be back when we're ready to move to the next step. So come take a look at this. Now, one of the things that I want to call to your attention is what we could do with this recipe just from food storage ingredient. The only fresh ingredient we had here was the bell peppers, because with the sweet potatoes, I could use, well, the only fresh ingredient we had this time was the sweet potatoes, which we processed a couple of days ago, and then the red bell peppers. Everything else came directly from food storage. But here's the thing. We also have bell peppers cut smaller than this, but they would certainly work, that are freeze-dried, and we're going to actually show a video on how we do that a little bit later. We will have freeze-dried sweet potatoes that we can add. And then I have a ton of both dehydrated and freeze-dried onions. All of those could be pulled directly from food storage. So next I'm going to add this can of petite diced tomatoes. We've had these on our shelf for a long time. Jim made sure that we have a good collection of those. This is a cup of chilled chicken bouillon, and I just used some of our bouillon powder from food storage. And then the McCormick seasoning packet, or your own seasoning, whatever you would like to do. So in actuality, we would not necessarily need to buy anything new for this recipe. This is something we could pull everything from our food storage shelf. So I'm going to put the lid back on and bring this to a boil, and then we'll come back and talk about the chicken. This has boiled for about 5 minutes. Oh, it's looking great. So now we add the chicken. Now, I want to talk about this chicken for just a minute. This is not wonderful chicken. It's chicken breast, and we got quite a large bag of strips, cooked chicken strips, at the restaurant store. And we brought them home, and I was disappointed with them. The taste is not great. The texture is a little strange. I think they've injected it with water or liquid of some kind to beef up the weight. But I'm not going to let them go to waste. And this is a perfect meal for using something that isn't top quality chicken breast. It will be just fine. It's going to taste just great. So we're now going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes for the flavors to blend, to ensure the sweet potatoes are done. Everything else is already done. It may not be quite 15 minutes. So we'll come back when this is now ready to dish up. Well, here we go. Turning it off. It has cooked for 15 minutes. I just checked the potatoes and they are done. Look how yummy this looks. It smells wonderful. Now, one thing about this meal, it is not only very inexpensive to make, especially if you have many of the ingredients that you've already paid for because they are in your food storage. That will keep your current cost much lower. So that's why it's such a good idea for us to figure out what we need to store. And there's no better time than right now to start. And we can help you a lot with that with a lot of our previous videos. But this also is a very nutritious meal. It is low in calories. It has under 300 calories. It says 6 servings. I don't see 6 servings here. It will do 4 for us. It will do 2 meals for us. If it was 6 meals, it would be 215 calories and 4 grams of fiber and 18 grams of protein. But we're going to be putting it into 4 instead of 6 servings, so all of those numbers will go up just a little bit. But here we go. Look how beautiful that looks. I'd never thought of the idea of having sweet potatoes as part of a chili meal, but I think it's a wonderful idea. So here we are, and serving it with some of our homemade bread right here. This bread has 16, if we slice it in 16 slices, it has 4 grams of fiber per slice, also a very healthy option. So we are now ready for a taste test. So here we go. It is hot. I'm just going to taste the sauce first. Oh, it's wonderful. It really is nice. Now I want to take a little bite of that chicken to see if it works in this recipe. Like a champion. It's absorbed the flavors. It's just fine. And then a little bit of the potato that is now nice and soft. These were blanched, but blanched does not mean it's been cooked. What a wonderful meal. Delicious, nutritious, and very budget friendly. So I hope you try this recipe, doctor it up and change it up however you'd like, and then share with us how you did it so that we can all learn from one another on good ways that we can economize and increase our bang for the buck for our food budgets. So thanks so much for being with us, and we will see you again for more budget-friendly meals coming up, along with our other videos.